Hello, crew. How is everybody? Let's have a chat today about how to never run out of leads. Did you know there's people all around you that you can connect with regarding your business? So there's two things to sort of look at here and consider with this topic. One is what we're discussing today. The second thing is what we're not discussing today. So there are people all around you on social media that you can talk to, reach out to, make friends with, build relationships with, that are considered leads. The message that you put in front of them, how you communicate with those people, how you build relationships with those people is not the conversation that we're having today. Okay, so I'm going to go through a list of places. I'm so rushed this morning. You got no idea. Where I'm not going into depth today about what you say to people to get them to become a lead. I mean, that's something that we continually talk about, the message, the branding, what you say, how do you attract people to you? How do you start building influence on social media? So that's, a whole different conversation. What I'm sharing with you today is where you can go and where you can explore and when you can start to communicate with people and build relationships with that could become potential leads for your business. Okay, that's what we're concentrating on today. So how are you? If you want to know how I am, I'm like this today. I've woken up to a bit of a nightmare regarding my new website that I've had to troubleshoot and divert my attention to. And I have a very special occasion today, which I'll tell you about next week. Anyway, I'll tell you about that next week. So it's just been one of those mornings where it's been, I've got to put out fires and I've got to do this. So what that's referring to is any of you in my online crew coaching community that have not seen my post in that group, that have not received my email in the last sort of hour and a half, we are this close to getting the new members login area ready for the coaching community members, where you can have your own login. You go to a website and all the boot camps I've ever done are all there beautifully laid out for you in a nice sort of training module sort of way. It's going to be awesome. So my web designer was working on that, I guess my last night, and it triggered all sorts of emails that shouldn't have. Some people got 5 or 6 emails. There was emails going everywhere and I've got messages galore. Why did I receive this? Is this legit? All the rest of it. It's just one big creative mess. So just ignore it. Just ignore it. If any of you don't know what I'm talking about in the coaching community and you haven't received my message or my email, just ignore those messages. You will be receiving an email shortly, within the next week regarding your login details for the membership website. Anything else, ignore, okay? Just technical difficulties. It's all good. We'll get there in the end. Okay, so that's that. Those of you that are not in our online crew coaching community, why not? If you want to build your business online successfully and you're not there yet, something's missing. There's a skill you're missing. There's a mindset issue you're missing. Something's missing. Maybe you don't know how to attract people on social media. Maybe you don't know how to create influence on social media. Maybe you don't know what to post on social media. Whatever that is, it's in the coaching community. So click the link above for more details if you want to get access to all the boot camps I've ever done, over $7,000 worth of training for you for free, but only now. That is all about to change. So don't miss that opportunity. Okay. So let's get on to the topic for today in a moment, but let's just check in and see who's here. Say a couple of hellos. We've got Cherie, how are you? We've got Olive. Great to see you guys on. Beth, hope you're doing well. And Paul is getting better. So thank you for asking. The antibiotics are slowly kicking in. I think his mouth and teeth and that and throat, they're slowly getting better. So hopefully he's on the mend. Thank you for asking. Hello, Casey. Great to see you on. We've got Lucy here. Don't worry, you look nice. Frantically, maybe nice, but thank you, Lucy. Sorry, your morning has been crazy. If anyone can handle it, you can. Yeah, I mean, it's just busy. It's not anything I can't handle. Let's just put something into the mix that I didn't plan today, and I have a very, very busy day. So it's just one of those things. It's all good. Hey, Mike, how are you? Good to see you. Yes, Merry Christmas. It's all going to start now with the Merry Christmases, isn't it? Hello, Patricia. Lovely to see you here. Woohoo, I win. You got 7 emails. Go, Laurie. I think that might be the record. I haven't heard any more than 7. Understood. Okay, good. Lots of fun today, but it's progress. It is, and it's exciting because we're getting very close to the end. And if there's a few technical glitches along the way, so be it. That's just how it goes. Hello, Cindy. Great to see you on. We got Matthew as well. We got Judy and Bob. Great to see you here. And it is a beautiful day in our part of the world. So let's have a talk about leads. There are leads everywhere, guys. How you attract those leads is up to you. As I said, this is not the conversation for today regarding what. That's all about branding. That's all about messaging. That's all about content creation. That's all about storytelling. You know, a lot of things that I've already talked about this week are relevant to that conversation. But some people say, I don't know where to look. I don't know what to do. I'm not talking to anybody. I don't know where to start. Here, if you're in that boat, and you're building a business online, or you want to build online because you have been building the traditional way and you've run out of family and friends, or you don't want to bug any of your family and friends and you want to do this on social media. Honestly, guys, there are leads all around you. You've just got to start by building a relationship. Start by, reaching out to people, commenting on, people's news feeds and just making new friends. That's how you do it the traditional way. You would talk to more people. You would approach more people. You'd have a conversation. So have conversations on social media, but please be social first. Be a human before you're a marketer. So I'm going to run through 10 different avenues where there's leads all around you. Where you go looking is up to you. Where you start building relationships is up to you. There's different platforms. There's all sorts of different choices. So let's have a look. And, some of them are right in front of your face. You're just not, you're overlooking it, okay? So let me start with number 1. If I'm looking down, it's because I've got the 10 written down, okay? So your number 1 place to find leads, to build your business, one is you've got existing contacts, guys. You've got existing friends you can reignite relationships with, ask how they're going, how's your family faring, in relation to COVID. So there may be people right under your nose that you've made some kind of assumption in your mind, oh, they wouldn't be interested in my business. Don't ever make assumptions. It's one of the 4 agreements. Where's this book? Gee, I put this book up a lot, and no, I don't get royalties. But one of these agreements in this book is don't ever assume. Don't make a decision about whether somebody would or wouldn't be interested in your business unless you ask the question. So assuming is really dangerous, okay? So there are people probably right under your nose that could be the most amazing person in your business. How would you know unless you start a conversation? So share with me, how many friends do you have on your friends list on Facebook? 200, 400, 500, 600, 3,000, 5,000? Do you go to the maximum? I wouldn't necessarily recommend going to the maximum. How many of those 5,000 people do you actually even know? I bet if you went through your friends list, you go, I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them, I don't know them. So, you could start with your existing contacts and pick 5 a day and go through and say hello and say, oh, I noticed we're friends, but I can't remember how we connected. Just want to touch base and, try to work that out. Like, just start talking to people that are already under your nose. So number 1 is existing contacts that you've already got that are there. Maybe somebody's friend requested you and you can build on that relationship. Second one is stories. Stories. Facebook stories, not writing stories, Facebook stories, the feature Facebook stories. Go through the stories that are appearing, right in front of you and comment. Comment. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that looks lovely. Oh, that's awesome. Whatever it is, just get into your stories every day and start commenting and getting you into people's inboxes. Okay, you never know where that's going to lead. They could be an awesome potential lead for you, but you need to start talking to people before you can ever establish whether somebody is going to be a potential lead. And remember, this video is not about what you say, or that's a whole nother different sort of training. But I'm just sharing with you where people are actually around you on social media that you could tap into. So number 2 is stories. So lots of comments in people's stories, okay? But not business related, just, making human connection with people. Number 3 is finding new people on social media. So you friend requesting, you picking up on suggested friend requests. The better your personal profile is filled out. I've done trainings on this before. So your personal Facebook profile connects you with people, and Facebook, you would have seen it as a suggested friends, and puts certain people in front of you. That comes down to how well your personal profile is filled out. So going into the about section and going into the info about you and filling out your bio. Remember, not all of that needs to be public, but have it in there. I've done training on that for you guys before, but the more that's filled out, and remember, not all of it has to be visible on your profile, but you've got it in there, the better connections Facebook will put right in front of your friends' face and suggest to you, connect with this person. They could be the most awesome person, that could become a potential lead. You don't know unless you're looking. You don't know unless you look at suggested friends and have a look at their profile. But make new connections. If you want to build on social media, you should always be building new connections. So if that's in a group, how are you continually getting people into your group? If it's on a business page, are you doing a likes campaign and speeding up the growth of your business page? Or how are you getting people to your business page? If it's your personal profile, how are you continually growing your friends list? Okay, so connecting with new people. If you're a little bit dead in the water with your existing people, so your group's a little bit dead, your business page isn't doing much, you know that it's your friends and family hanging out in your personal profile and they're not really that keen in what you're doing, you need to go out and make your new connections. There are leads everywhere, but you've got to make the effort in your DMO, your daily method of operation, to go and find these new leads. That's number 3. I went from 3 to 5. Great counting, Helen. So it would be 9, not 10. So number 4, I'm going to have to relabel this. How did I go from 3 to 4? 3 to 5. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So number 4 is networking with people on public pages. So there will be gurus that people follow that are like-minded to you. So connect with people on other public pages, fan pages. If you want to connect with other people that, might like your health and wellness product, you might like to hang out on a page, like Jillian Michaels or something like that. That's a huge fitness person and people are looking to her for advice. Like hang out and make relationships with people on other pages. There's heaps of lead opportunities there. So that's number 4. Number 5, groups. Groups are amazing, but use groups to be helpful, valuable, answer people's questions, make some new friends. Don't spam the group. Try to make some new connections in a group that has a common interest. Those of you in my social media group, the free group, which I'm broadcasting from as well as my business page at the same time, I have rules in that group that you cannot spam your business link to your business opportunity in that group. If you do, I have a no excuses policy with that. Your post gets deleted and you get booted out. I did it again yesterday. Somebody that was in that group put a post up, but because I've got post approvals, I had to turn it back on because there's too much spam. So, and it was a post promoting their business opportunity. Post deleted, person banned. Sorry, they might be an amazing person, but don't do that in groups. A lot of groups do not allow that. Read the rules of the group before you join a group as to what you do and don't do. What you want to use groups for is to find groups with a common interest, or you've literally run out of people to talk to and like, I need to connect with some new people. I need to find some new leads on social media. What are you interested in? What floats your boat? What do you like doing? Do you like camping? Do you like kayaking? Do you like quilting? Do you like, cooking? Do you like sewing? What do you like? Bike riding? Do you like horses? What are your interests? Go to the search bar and find some groups. It could be work from home. It could be those kind of groups as well. They're great to mingle with people who are looking for a work from home opportunity. Like find a group that suits you and make some friends in there first. Care about people. Be a human before you're a marketer. You never know where that's going to lead. So groups are great. Just don't be spammy in groups. That's number 5. Number 6, Instagram. If you don't use Instagram, if you're not familiar with Instagram, you might want to, brush up on your skills because of the ability now of posting on Instagram and a business page, and they coexist. So you can do the work once, but have 2 different, exposures. Those of you in my coaching community, if you haven't gone through my Instagram bootcamp, that goes from starters. You don't know anything about Instagram. We go from how do you open an account to all sorts of things. I've got hours and hours worth of content on Instagram there to get you started. So start looking at that and use hashtags. to find your perfect people, hashtags for people that might be looking for a business opportunity or health and wellness or whatever it is. You can go to Instagram. Even if you don't use Instagram much, you can still use hashtags in the search function and do hashtag work from home, hashtag health and wellness, hashtag whatever you're looking for. Put it in Instagram and see who pops up and make some new friends there. There are people and potential leads all around you. So that's number 6. Number 7, I'm not big on this. I do have an account. It's not a focus area for me, but it might be for you guys. LinkedIn. So you could use LinkedIn as another, platform if you want to do that. Some of you would already be there, and find business professionals and search in there for the headings of the people that, you want to connect with, and start building, LinkedIn is more of a business platform. So you can get some really good people over on LinkedIn that have got more of a business mind than just, the tire kickers that we often come across on social media. So LinkedIn is another avenue where you could find potential leads. Number 8, you may not have ventured there yet. I've got an account, but if you go looking at it, it's all my 12-year-old son's videos, is TikTok. TikTok is getting a lot more exposure. Couple of things to be wary of with TikTok. TikTok does have in its terms and conditions a lot of the same wording that Facebook has in relation to Facebook advertising. It won't allow MLM. It even says the word pyramid scheme in there. Multi-level marketing. All that's in TikTok's actual sort of terms and conditions. So you can't go blatantly on TikTok and promote your business opportunity or your products that are attached to an MLM. That kind of thing, because it's against their rules. But you can absolutely use TikTok to get some exposure. The videos do great for some people, and if you're that way inclined, if you like the little videos on TikTok, go for it. There might be other leads that you could get, but just be careful. It could be good for you, but it could be something that sends you down a rabbit hole that doesn't give you much results. So I'll leave that one up to you. Can't really talk too much with confidence around TikTok because I'm not a TikTok user, so I just got to keep that in mind. I'm not going to share lots of information about TikTok when I don't really utilize it myself as yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But please be aware that TikTok does not allow blatant videos regarding MLM, money-making opportunities, those kind of things. So just be mindful of that if you use it, okay? And number 9 is if you do Facebook advertising, which may or may not be relevant to you guys. So if you do Facebook advertising and you've actually got ads out there that opt into something, then they are obviously potential leads. So some of you would do a lot of that. Some of you will do a little of that. But that's a really good avenue to get high quality leads, because if somebody opts in and gives you their email address, they're highly qualified. You can find a lot of people on social media in different avenues, like I've mentioned in this video, but it doesn't mean they're necessarily high quality. If you do Facebook advertising and somebody puts their email address into something that you're talking about, they're more high quality to what it is that you've got to offer. So that's the other one, which you may or may not do depending whether you're growing organically or whether you're doing paid strategies. I do recommend doing a little bit of both, but you don't have to. It's sort of personal choice. So as you can see by those sort of 9 ways there is people all around you. If you're growing organically, you just have to put the effort in to connect with other human beings, because if you didn't have this available to you, if you didn't have social media platforms available to you, that's the only way that you could have grown your business. And that's how people used to do it in the past, is you'd talk to more human beings. So you've got the opportunity, not even having to leave your home and connect with people, but make a connection before you go for the sale. But, use those kind of avenues to, get into other people's news feeds, comment on people's news feeds, comment on people's stories, and start getting really good then at the content that you develop to turn connections into a lead. So you're making connections, but out of that, you can get potential leads that might be interested in what you've got to offer. Now, that comes down to your content. It comes down to how you brand yourself on social media. It comes down to what you say and how often you say it. And if you're becoming an influencer in a particular field, in a particular area. So I spoke about this a little bit yesterday as well. So that part is a big learning curve for a lot of you guys, because you can do all of that, but if you do it in a spammy way, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. So you have to do it in a smart, strategic way to turn all those connections into potential leads. Okay, I'm just going to check in with what you guys are saying. You got 4 emails here. Oh, thank you. Hey, Sarah, how are you? The 4 agreements don't assume. 1,500, 7,000 from Eddie. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Over 1,000 for Beth. 7,000. I thought the limit is 5,000. You can't have 7,000 friends on Facebook. Did I quote 7,000? Well, then that's just me not thinking about what I was saying. The limit is 5,000. If you go over the 5,000, then they become followers. Just on a side note, guys, make sure you go into your settings of your personal profile and you've got the followers bit activated, because some of you may not, and somebody may not want to become your friend, but they want to follow you on your personal profile. But unless you've got the follow button activated, they can't do that. They either have to be, a friend. But if you've got your page set to public, people can see all your content anyway, but you want to turn just somebody looking into, clicking the follow button. So when you post something, they see your content, or they got more potential to see your content. So that might just been a slip of what I said. So maximum 5,000 friends on a personal profile. And that's why a lot of us move to business pages. Like I've got 16,000 people that follow me here on my business page. So that's not possible on a personal profile. And you guys are more highly qualified to me, because you wouldn't be here unless you wanted to learn about building a business online. So business pages can be more highly qualified with the people that you connect there. Okay. Sorry, I just lost the comments there. Great info. Thank you. No worries, Jennifer. Eddie, I meant to say 700. Oh, okay. That's where that came from. No worries, Eddie. I get where that came from now. Always have fun connecting with people. It'll be work easier. Yeah, well, we want to have those human connections, with people. Great way to find people is to use a platform, scroll through, then you can use that to build the other platform up. Yeah, I mean, starting on one platform and getting having a good audience is always better to do than going out on multiple platforms and just having a few people here and a few people there. Okay, so just checking in. I got Facebook Pay taken away. Do you mean Facebook advertising? Maybe your account taken away because of a wording transaction. Maybe you mean a Facebook ad with certain words that you used. Can you give me any advice on how to get my privileges back to use it again? I've tried to contact them, but no response from Facebook on the situation. I do, Eddie, but it's in my coaching community. It's not something I can easily explain here on my page or in my group, wherever you're watching from. There is multiple steps. There's multiple avenues that I've got in my coaching community. It's like, well, if this doesn't work, try this. And if this doesn't work, try that. So yes, I do, but you'd need to be a member of the coaching community. Just send me a message if you want some information about the coaching community. The link up above, click on the link up above in the description, Eddie, because this is the last month that I'm including all of that training actually that I just talked about. It's going away next year. Cherie, great information. I think Matthew was addressing Eddie there about 2 weeks ago. So there's all sorts of things I could recommend to you. Just as a quick off the cuff, Eddie, go and try and find the chat feature and talk to a human being in Facebook rather than doing the automated responses. What you've got to understand is that Facebook operates a lot by bots. And it's the bots circling around, especially at busier times like now. There's a lot more Christmas promotions going on Facebook. There's a lot more people that are active on Facebook, and they have bots that just, it's a computer-generated thing. That's what a bot is, if you don't know what I mean by that. And they often disapprove ads and shut down accounts, but they also do make a lot of mistakes. So sometimes, when you appeal, you can get it straight back. So have you appealed for one? If you've appealed and not heard anything, then go to the chat feature and Facebook Business and actually talk to a human being through Facebook, not just the automated appeals process. Okay, so that's just one sort of initial thing to follow up, maybe, Eddie. Christine, I just had a follower watch my live and message me. First time for that. So that's awesome. That's fantastic, Christine. I have to watch this again because I missed number 10. There wasn't a 10 hero. That's what I said. There was going to be 10. And then I figured out when I read my notes, I went from 3 to 5. So it's one. So I had to make 5 number 4. So it's actually 9. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Cherie. There's no number 10. Facebook advertising. So which is actually number 9. Okay. All right. Yes, that helped me get my get back my account privileges. Thanks for that, sharing that. Okay. So, the message is there are people all around you, but you have to really actively tap into that, whether that's organic for you or whether that's paid strategies. That's something for you to work out. There's no right or wrong, but whatever you have to do something. You can't sit on social media and just expect people to come. It's like build it and they will come. It doesn't work like that. You still have to connect with people and build relationships. So there's 9 ways there that you can sort of look at to bring into your daily method of operation. But at the very minimum, guys, connect with people that you're already connected to that maybe you've never approached regarding your business, but just get in their newsfeed by commenting on posts they've got and use stories. There's probably going to be a lot more people using the stories feature over Christmas and leading up to Christmas. So get into people's messenger. That is so, so, so powerful. And you do that by just commenting on their stories. And then, hopefully they comment back or, ask a question so they have to reply back to you. And then you can start a conversation from there. Okay. So there is people all around you. Okay, I've got to shoot through, guys. I've got to Zoom with my network marketing team in less than 5 minutes. So it's the weekend at the timing of this live. Have an awesome weekend, guys. Make sure you have a little R&R, a little relaxation, and I will be with you next week. I am taking a break from lives over the Christmas week, but I will be live 4 days out of or 3 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days next week I'll be live because I'm ahead of a lot of you guys. So Christmas Day is actually our Friday, your Thursday night, and I'm not going live on Christmas Day, guys. But I will be live with you for a few days next week. So make sure you come back. I've got more great training for you. Always try to keep you educated and ahead of the game with building a successful business online. So I will catch you guys next week. Bye.